Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today I'm going to be doing some lowsec ratting, specifically clone soldier hunting. In asteroid belts of lowsec, there's always a chance that a clone soldier can spawn, or a clone soldier trainer, negotiator. They've got different names, but the common name that they have is that they're called clone soldier something. So if we go here, we can see that there's different tags in the market actually. Clone soldier, negotiator, recruiter, trainer, etc, etc. So these are basically things that drop from these clone soldier NPCs. The best one you can get is this negotiator one. This is the one that drops in the 0.1 systems right here. Depending on the security status, they'll have like different clone soldier types. So the different types will jump at different ones. So for example, 0.4 gives the worst one. I think it is this one, or this is the 0.4 system, and there's one for 0.3. I think it may be this one. This I think is 0.2, and then this is 0.1. So we're in 0.1 right now, which is where you can find the best clone soldiers, or the tags that are worth the most. And that's what we're going to be doing in our Drake. So the Drake is something that I really like. I've been wanting to get to use it for different PvE activities recently, and I've not had much luck in highsec in the the exploration side of things. However, I wanted to give it a try in lowsec because it seems like it's a good candidate. I mean, the insurance payout back if I do lose it somehow is pretty high. So I think that it will be, it's not a big deal if I lose it. And also it's pretty powerful. I mean, it's got some decent DPS. What is that? 680, and then when the drone is 700 something. Let me see this here. Now we've got pretty good tank. We just tank everything in the asteroid belts. So how it works is that I'm going to be going back and forward between these belts. I'm going to just kill everything that's there. Oh, there's a stiletto over here. Yeah, it's good to keep an eye on D-scan for potential people who maybe would be wanted to kill you. And look at that! We got clone soldiers straight away. So the thing is, I talk a lot about the high-sec stuff. It is really boring because, or at least it's not been a very pleasant experience for me because of just the RNG factor. These clone soldiers, on the other hand, there also is a bit of RNG. There's always a likelihood of them spawning because I just kill all the NPCs in the belt, and then when I've killed them, then there's always a chance that a clone soldier will spawn. So there's like RNG, but the thing is, this it's not as bad as the escalations because it seems to at least be for me that the frequency of getting clone soldiers is more than I get escalations, and also if you get an escalation, then there's always a likelihood that it's in lowsec, and then there's also a likelihood that it drops crap loot, which is very frequently for me. Basically every single escalation this last half a year has just been giving me crap stuff. However, there's always guaranteed that this clone soldier is going to give you a clone soldier tag. With this one here, and then you just get that and sell it on the market. So something has happened actually when it comes to these clone soldiers. I thought that they were going to be worth more, but they're actually worth a lot less than they used to be. So if we look here in the market, you can see here, if we go back to the beginning of the year, or last year, 30 million. It went through 30 million, and it's just been gradually going down, 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 down. Here's 20s, 20s, and now we're here at like 17 million. It's been going down. So I was a bit surprised actually. I've already done a few of these asteroid belt raids before I recorded this video. And it's been a thing where it's just, I was like, what? Why was this so little? Because I remember clone soldier tags going for like 20, 30 million at least. Now they've gone down. So I'm not sure why. There are multiple reasons, I think, that maybe it could be. Oh, there's a jackdaw as well. This guy, Zhao Ai, he's maybe also hunting the clone soldiers. I think we could kill the jackdaw, actually. But I think there's multiple reasons. One, I think, is... Oh, he's nearby as well. See that? That, with all this resource scarcity and all that kind of stuff that's been going on in EVE Online, I think that because of that, there's less people have been wanting to risk stuff in lowsec. Because of that, less people have been wanting to go piracy. Because the thing is, these clone soldier tags, as far as I understand, they help repair your security status. So if we go in my character... Here, you see that I've got security status of 5.0. So when you attack NPC players, then actually it goes down, and if it goes down too much, you'll be counted as like a criminal all the time. And if that happens, then the police will attack you, or the navies will attack you at least. And you can repair that then security status by using the clone soldier tag. So my guessing is that the reason that the prices have gone down is because less piracy is occurring. But if I've not really got such a good eye on exactly what's going on in the lowsec or the undergrounds of EVE Online. So if you guys know why the value of the clone soldier tanks has gone down, let me know, because I was quite surprised about this. But it's still pretty decent. The bounties we're getting is also going to add up. It's going to be much more than in high sec. You know, when I was in high sec doing the escalation hunting, then the bounties are completely worthless. Basically nothing from the bounties. Here, the bounties, they actually do give somewhat something. So ticks have been like 5 million, something like that. And I mean, even though that's really little, but it's still something. It's like basically nothing in high sec, but that's at least something. So you can get like 15 million an hour from just the bounties. And then you get maybe 30, 40 million an hour from clone soldier tanks, depending on how lucky you are. I average on about 3 or 4 an hour if I'm just doing this for a straight hour. That's about like 50, 60 million an hour, something like that. And I think that's pretty decent. Because basically, I almost earned back the ship straight away. I'm huge. Oh, this Rex. This guy is this guy's farming them pretty hard. This jackdaw over here. I wonder if I wonder what he's gonna do if he sees us. We can go and do a little battle. I think we'll be able to kill him pretty easily, actually, if we do face him, because we'll be able to switch to Javelin and apply so good. We won't be able to kill him though, because I don't have a warp scrambler. But my ship is made for PvE, just to be able to do the PvE stuff. I probably should have actually refitted this to be a bit more PvE, because, or PvP, I mean, because the stuff we're facing is really weak. So there's no real much point of, like, you know, putting really powerful PvE stuff. Like I'm putting this kinetic resistance amplifier. I mean, it does help a lot, but when it comes to the PvE, I mean, we're already tanking so well, it feels a bit unnecessary actually. So I'm actually doing Serpentis stuff, because the Drake, it only has a bonus to the kinetic missiles. And then I thought, okay, Guristas would be good, but also Serpentis, because the Serpentis have their lowest resistance in the kinetic department. So I actually have no issue really doing the Serpentis stuff, because it's actually just as efficient. It's not really too bad, and I just happened to find the system. It seemed to be pretty good. So I wonder if we'll encounter this jackdaw. Let's see if we find this jackdaw. Where's he? I wonder what he'll do if he faces us. I'm very certain we'll be able to make him run away at least. We won't be able to kill him, because he's going to, if he does start losing, then he is definitely just going to run straight away. So I mean, there's nothing we've got to hold him down. Let's see now. Have we got something here? Is he here? No, there's 2 of these things, but there's no jackdaw to be seen. Okay, we've got these cruisers. Let's get in range. That MWD helps quite a bit. Just get in range really quickly. And I could actually even use the Javelin just to get some extra range, but the range is really nice if we get the battleship waves. Otherwise, I think for the battle cruisers, or the cruisers like we're doing now, it's better to use the Javelin. This actually happens to be a factional warfare system as well. It doesn't say here, but when we... Oh, there it is. Regolith contested. So this factional warfare system has like small people or small ships flying around doing these plexes, it seems. Like a good Galente novice stuff. And I don't know if that's good or if that's bad for us, because the thing is, I can see it being good, because people are not really going to care too much about the people in the asteroid belts. They're going to mainly be going to these different plexes looking for people to kill. However, then again, maybe it'll be bad, because this will give another reason for people to be in this... Oh, this is taking damage, I think. No, he's not. Oh, he's warping away. He's warping away. Strange. I do remember that NPCs do that sometimes in belts, actually. But I think because this is a factional warfare system, there's generally speaking going to be more players here, more people doing factional warfare stuff. And because of more players are here, then I can imagine pirates or people who want to hunt people, they're also going to be here. More likely to be here, because they all want to have more prey, you know? We've also got this, like, you know, the dynamic bounty system thing. This thing here. Let's put the Javelin, actually, because there's just frigates here. Makes us get a little bit more bounty than we would actually get, actually. Oh, another jackdaw, I think? I think he's gone away. Oh, no, that's someone else. Strange. I thought that was that Zhao guy. But apparently it's not him. I wonder who the jackdaw is, then. Let's keep an eye on general, just so we see who's here. Let's have our drones go for the frigates, because the drones just annihilate these frigates. I won't be applying as good to the frigates. I'll just one-shotting these destroyers. So good. There we go. Yep. Then we just align to the next. But I'm sorting by name. So then I don't go to the same one twice, because if I sort by distance, then I've noticed that I just sometimes go to the same one twice. It's very annoying. So I sort by name, and then I just go down the list of asteroid belts, and I align to the next one. I try to align to the next one so that I can warp to it straight away, but I'm not always in the habit of doing it, since it's a long time since I did clone soldier hunting. But it is a way I earned a lot of my initial ISK. I've shown you guys before, if you look on my YouTube channel and type in like, let's take a stroll. I've got a video where I take a stroll through New Eden, and I go to this system called Seabot. Actually, Seabot is a lowsec system which I used to do a lot of clone soldier hunting in, actually, a long time ago, and I earned a lot of my initial ISK in it as well. Let's go over to Rage, and we'll have the frigates. Our drones go on the frigates. Go to this one right here, and then the Rage will just annihilate these battle cruisers. The battle cruisers, they just die so quickly. But you saw that, you know, okay, here obviously I was really lucky, but I got a clone soldier straight away, just straight away. Absolutely amazing. I would have never expected to, like, you know, and I'm always trying to show you guys exploration stuff. It takes forever to get anything. Well, I just find one of these clone soldiers straight away. But they are a lot more frequent, at least in my experience, than you get these escalations. So it's not like it's not like, oh, well, whatever his face, you were just really lucky here. Now, you do get a lot more of these clone soldiers than escalations. And there's always a chance that you could actually get some faction drops as well. Like when I was doing, I told you guys I was doing clone soldier hunting a long time ago in the system of Seabot. Sometimes I would get a true Sancho spawn, since there were Sancho spawns there. And they would actually sometimes drop really good loot. Actually, almost always I think that they dropped really good loot. I don't know why. If it's something to do with the asteroid belt faction drops, or just that I happened to be lucky. But I remember every single time a true Sancho spawned in an asteroid belt, it would always drop something really good. I remember getting this like true Sancho warp scrambler for like 100 million or something like that. It was really, really satisfying to see that. Oh, yes. Okay, so the Jackdaw's gone, so we're pretty quiet. This is a very nice system. I've been doing these belts for the last day or so, and it's been pretty quiet. I've not really noticed much piracy activity at all, actually. Seems to be pretty chill. And maybe I could actually, you know, refit this to be a bit more PvP friendly. So maybe I could either remove the target pin and put a scrambler, or remove this and put a scrambler. Not really sure what I would do. Maybe remove this and put damage control to have a bit of extra tank. Because, I mean, this fourth one does actually give a significant amount of damage. You see here, we get 40 extra damage from this one here, but it's not the whole lot. It's a lot of diminishing returns from that one module, which can be used to put damage control, which should give me actually a lot of tank. If we go here, I type damage control, we'll have 10k almost extra HP. That's like, you know, 1/5 more of our HP. That's a really good boost to helping survive, I can imagine, encounters with players. It'll make stuff go a little bit slower in the clone soldier department, but I don't know, I'll see. That's potential upgrades at least. Damage control, put some kind of warp scrambler. Let's go to the next system. And actually, when it comes to the rigs of my Drake, I put a little bit of a mix. I put purges and extenders, because I like to have a bit of a buffer, but I also wanted to have a little bit of, like, you know, some decent recharge. Didn't want to have really crap recharge. But if I were to put, let's see, how much would I have if I had full extenders? Field extender 1. Medium core defense field extender. Yeah, 60k. Ooh. And then if we would put a damage control, 73k. Ooh. And if we put a multispectrum, how much would it be there? Ooh, 82k. Oh wow, that's a lot. Almost double the amount of HP we've got now, actually. And that'd be good if we just wanted to be extremely tanky and just didn't have much utility at all, but it'd be kind of fun to just walk around with 80k EHP. Let's go to the next system. In fact, maybe I will do that. I just think that's just fun, just knowing that I'm going around and I am such a big beefy boy. Knowing that I can survive and sit there for a long time, and I could maybe hold down a frigate or so with my warp scrambler, but he can obviously easily get out of range. Switch over to Javelin. Guardian Initiate. That's an elite frigate, actually. He's going to want to go for my drones. That's what drones often do. Or these elite frigates often do, I've noticed in my experience. I'm going to shoot my missiles on this Guardian Initiate. I think it's an elite frigate as well. Serpentis, nah, it's just a standard frigate, I think. Okay, let's get the drones on this guy. I think it's actually a normal one, because it would say here elite frigate, I think. Shoot this guy. Yeah, one shot almost. Align to the next belt. Let's see if we can get another clone soldier spawn here. It'll be fun to get another clone soldier spawn. Turn off the MWD. We're doing a little bit too much MWDing. Recall our drones. Actually, just pop this guy. There we go. Go to the next belt. Whoop. But almost, if I really want to be hyper efficient, what I could do is put like hyperspatial velocity optimizers, I can imagine, and just be like really high DPS and just not care at all about, put a bunch of like missile guidance extenders or missile guidance computers just to like min-max the time I spend warping and the time to warp to different belts. I mean, if I wanted to be like really just farm the crap out of these, but I don't know, because the thing is, when it comes to asteroids, there's a bit of a timer, it seems like. So how I understand asteroid belt spawns work is that we've got like a set number of asteroids here. So we've got, or asteroid belts, we've got like, I think 15 or 20 asteroid belts here. And in these asteroid belts, maybe there's 10, max 10 spawns that can exist. So when we kill a spawn, another one will spawn somewhere else in a different asteroid belt that's empty. So if we just, and it takes a bit of time for that next spawn to spawn as well. So if we just clear everything really fast, then, I mean, it'll end up, I have actually encountered the case where I just warp to asteroid, I kill everything, go through everything, just kill everyone really fast. I remember a long time ago, I think I was in nullsec, in my nullsec adventure. I didn't film this, but I did actually try just doing, oh, there's an Astero. He's probably exploring. I was like just going blitzing these asteroid belts in Nagila. And I was doing it so fast. I had a hyperspatial velocity optimizers. It was really fast. I was just cleaning the belts, clearing everything. It came to the point where I was just warping to the belts, and half of the time, actually, there was nothing even there. Nothing even there. So I think maybe, I mean, it would be nice to, you know, just be really efficient in just like blitzing the belts so fast. Then again, it would be nice feeling to have some kind of, like, knowing that I have some sort of, oh, I think they're focusing my drones. That guy's not targeting anyone. It would be more comfortable, I think, to just know that I have some decent tank, knowing that I could maybe potentially fight someone who wants to fight me. I mean, even though there's a low chance, you know, probably someone would speed tank or whatever, but still. There we go, destroy this one right here. Got the Javelin, so it's going to go very far. See now, where is this? 38 kilometers. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Yeah, the drones, they're making quick work of this guy. We'll actually just try to kill this one as well, so that just when this drones will pop this guy, then we'll be able to almost kill this one straight away. Let's align to the next belt. Deactivate the MWD, because it's going to take forever to align with an MWD. There we go. Put the rage, because I feel like there'll be now big stuff since we've been going through lots of small stuff. Okay, good. It still took a bit of time to align. Now, okay, so we've got a little bit of a tick right there. It was quite small, 3 million, but I have got bigger ones actually, like 4 or 5 million. That's probably because I had got more clone soldiers actually. The Astero's gone. Let's see, what is here? What have we got here? There's also a chance that you can get these things called Mordu's Legion Special Operative actually. And those are actually kind of Mordu's Legion, just basically like I would say like a faction spawn, basically. Like a Mordu's Legion spawn. It can be a Gamma, it can be a, what's it called now? It can be an Orthrus, it can be even a Bargist. And those ships, they're very strong, but they also drop really good loot, because they drop blueprints for their respective ships that they are. So for example, a Gamma will drop a Gamma blueprint, a Bargist will drop a Bargist blueprint, etc, etc. And a Bargist blueprint, oh, that's like almost 1 billion, I think, just from that. It'd be really nice to have actually. Just get that. Oh, that's like the ultimate drop basically. You got like officer spawns in lowsec or in nullsec. I guess you have those Mordu's Legion spawns here, but these are Mordu's Legion spawns are a lot more common than officer spawns, because I actually have encountered some of these Mordu's Legion guys actually. A couple of them. What happened was that the first one I got actually, it was really a hassle, but I managed to kill it. I was in a Moa, you know, the Kaldari Tech 1 cruiser with railguns. It was such a pain because it was so fast. So it was speed tagging me so hard. It took me forever, but I managed to slowly but surely peel it down. And I managed to actually kill it. I don't remember earning so much. It was 70 million worth blueprint basically. Like, wow, that's so good. And then I actually encountered an Orthrus as well, and that did not at all go well. The Orthrus actually had I had an extremely troubled time to kill it. I was in an omen, and it took me like 2 hours to be able to kill it because I was constantly like refitting because I could not kill it, so I had to like refit a bit to be able to kill it. Warping out 1,000 times because of my HP going down, and just it was pretty tanky and it did a ton of DPS. So it was just forever. Like it took me straight 2 hours, and I remember eventually being able to kill it at 1 a.m. And I was quite far away because I had some heavy beam lasers. These heavy beam lasers on the Omen because I wanted to be able to kite a bit, and that made it so that I was like a little bit of a distance from the Orthrus wreck when I destroyed it. And just when I killed it, some scrub in a Merlin, uncloaked, right in front of my eyes, scooped the loot and pissed off like the little scrub they are. That person is this guy, Sipochka, this douche. I've remarked this guy as terrible. It was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago it happened. This guy stole my Orthrus blueprint, and I still to this day can remember that. Because I've spent so much time. It was 1 a.m. I was so like, finally, and then just taken right in front of my face the blueprint that I was worked so hard to get. It was like so annoying. I was so annoyed, and I just saw them in local, but I didn't think that okay, what is that guy been in local forever, and I've not seen anything on D-scan. But it was apparently a Merlin that uncloaked. And just like warp, he was really far away, I think. So he just was able to warp and just pick it up. Warp directly to the wreck and pick up. I cannot believe that they were able to do that, but they were. Let's get the... Well, we got Javelin. Okay, that's good for this. Because we've not got any battle cruiser or battleship. Let's go here, take the drones on the small stuff. We can get the missiles already shooting, actually. Drones on the small stuff, and we can actually start aligning to the next belt. There we go. What have we got here? What have we got here? Nothing interesting on this scan. That's good. Very chill, very chill. Very, very fun. L5 missions? The step up from L4 missions? You have so much more money and LP than L4 missions, but they can only be done in lowsec. They feel pretty daunting, but if I was able to somehow do them, that would be an amazing thing because they just give so much. You can get like 100 million worth of LP from just one mission. It's kind of crazy. But obviously, it's in lowsec, there's always a chance that people kill you. And you need pretty expensive ships to be able to run them. So if you do lose that ship, you're down like many hundreds of millions. I've seen people doing them in Bargus, actually. You see here, like we're going to belts now. And even though we're not particularly fast when it comes to clearing the belts, we still are to the point where like we're doing them fast enough that there's rarely something in the belts now. So what we could actually do is go to the next door system and just go through belts there. But I like to stick to one system. I prefer to do that because there's always a chance that people are gate camping, and also that there's sometimes you do get some spawns like we do now. And the battleship spawns are the ones where you can get like, oh yeah, I got some bounties because that really increases our ticks. We barely got any battleships in the last spawn. Sometimes you can get these particular battleships that really are worth a lot, actually. Like over 1 million. And then we got that 150% risk modifier. It's really delicious, actually. You can go for this Sport Admiral. Take him out. We're going to die very quickly. Nothing nearby, nothing nearby. Okay. It reminds me of the Bethnic Abyssal Overmind from the Abyss. Looks exactly the same, Just a slightly different skin. We kill this guy very quickly. You can see here, look, lowest resistance, Kinetic here. That is very good for the Drake, as we'll be doing most optimal amount of damage type to the particular one that Drake is bonus to. Imagine if the Drake was bonus to all damage types. It would be quite OP, actually, I think. Anything interesting in here? Ooh! We got 1 million worth of stuff in here. Let's take that. You can just take that 1 million. Little extra tick right there. Always check the battleship loots because I've noticed that they actually do drop a little bit, but there's it seems to be more likely that they drop good stuff compared to the small stuff. You can align to there like these grapplers, they can be worth quite a bit, and also just in general, big modules, like the heavy, like this heavy, like, you know, large turrets and that kind of stuff tends to be worth quite a bit. All the large, you know, prop mods. 500 MN cold gas. There we go. Recall drones. And then we will warp out. Don't forget your drones to dock back in the drone bay, because I have actually, yesterday when I was doing this, I forgot my drones. You can always warp back, obviously, but it's a bit of a hassle, you know. Oh, I just finished the site and I have to warp back now. Don't be too fast. Yeah, anything here? No, nothing here. Let's go to the next belt, see if we find anything there. Restrained, the system of Restrained. I think it's also right next to a high-sec system, or very close to a high-sec system at least. It's 3 jumps away from here. I think there is some high-sec system nearby. Maybe there's not. Let's just set, yeah, okay, it's 3 jumps away. That seems to be closest one at least. Whoop, let's do a scan. There's a new guy in local, nothing here. Otherwise, what I would do is, if I see someone in local, we can always just check what the guys are, like what they're doing. And if you guys know there's a way that you can just like, because you can just highlight everyone, click Control-C, and you get the list of everyone in the local. But if you got that, do you guys know if there's some kind of third-party app or third-party website where you can just highlight everyone and copy-paste it? And then it kind of says if these guys are potentially pirates, or just gives it like a brief summary of their Z-kill, you know. So, because what you would usually do then is just like highlight everyone and individually go and Z-kill and just, you know, go and look at them and see if they seem like they're out for trouble, or they're just like a bystander, like someone who does PI or something. So if there is a way to just quickly just highlight everyone and go and Z-kill, see if there's like potential pirates there, let me know, because I think that would be quite handy actually. Because it's sometimes a bit of a pain just to individually just copy paste everyone, but then again, I mean, it's not too bad. Anything here? No, nothing here. Let's go to the next system, see if there's anything. Oh, not next system, next belt, to see if there's anything here. This is when you've properly cleaned through the belt, and it's like, oh, okay, there's nothing really left. And I'm really considering actually now, just I feel like, you know, we've gone through a lot of these belts and it didn't at all take a long time to go through them. We could, you know, downgrade our DPS and go for more PvP fit. So we always have that potential of fighting if we ever need to. And then we'll still, you know, we will have, we'll still do, I can imagine we'll still do the belts at decent speed. It's not like we're slow here or anything. We're really fast to the point where it's not even really worth our time actually having to have so much DPS. So I think maybe it would be better just to maybe go some extenders, because I think an extender will be better in a prolonged PvP fight. Because the thing is, when it comes to purges and extenders, the extenders, they're good if the enemy DPS is low, because then you can kind of, the increase in your like recharge per second is like more impactful. But if the enemy is doing a lot of DPS that is like much more than your HP, then the impact of this recharge per second is not going to make your like lifetime or your time of survival longer. If you have a bigger buffer, that will make you last longer, because this recharge is not going to mean anything if they're doing like 500 DPS. That's like 10% of their DPS gone. And it'll only be a tiny bit less if we go with extenders. But then again, you can make your like full shield pool to like 10 or 20% more, even 50% more, then that will make his essential time to kill you 50% more. So it'll be a lot more impactful. If there's someone with very little DPS, then obviously it'll be good for the purges. That's why a lot in PvE activity, actually, people often actually go for purges, because the incoming DPS is very low. So you'll have essentially just be a lot more tankier, because you'll basically be able to negate a lot more of, like fully negate a lot more of the DPS actually. Let's go. Bunch of cruisers now. Shoot this one. 21 kilometers, okay. Go for this guy over here. It's a turn off our MWD. Not using so much capacitor. I'm not cap stable with the MWD on, I think. Let's see now, what's the next belt? This one here. Align to this. There we go. Align to this. Wave cleared. Easy peasy. You see there's a new guy in local, so I'll just copy paste this name here. See what these guys do often. He's just been losing a bunch of stuff, doing a bit of abyssal stuff. Yeah, I don't think this guy is going to be a particular big threat. Oh, there we go. Another clone soldier. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's see now. Oh, we got rage. Yeah. So we're just getting range and just blow the crap out of this guy. I always have to make sure that this guy is actually attacking me, because this guy, if he's not attacking me, then he's going to, if I like deploy my drones straight away, then he'll just snipe my drones so quickly. They'll not be at all be nice. They'll just pop the drones. It's a lot like the rogue battlecruiser in the Abyss. He'll just kill my drones extremely fast. Turn off our MWD actually. No need to have it on. Just keep scanning. Just get close. Anything on the scan? Nah, nothing here on the scan. There's a bunch of people coming in. I'm just a bit worried right now. Let's get a bit closer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Second clone soldier of the day. Sitting on like 30 plus million. Or not 30 plus million. Just under 30 million. And then you got the bounty ticks as well, which help a lot. And then we got this tiny loot drop here as well. So that's really nice. Alright, there we go. Clone soldier hunting. Got just under 30 million worth of tags and a bunch of bounty ticks, as well as a little bit of loot here. It took about half an hour to get this stuff. So I'd say about 50, 60 million ISK now. We were a bit lucky with that first clone soldier there, but it's just about the rate I remember doing it many years ago. A lot more consistent ISK than the high-sec exploration. It was just so inconsistent and just was very depressing, grinding anomalies for hours, just not getting anything. Here, at least, maybe it's not as explosive as, you know, getting the multispectrum shield hardeners from the DED sites, but it's still, it feels a lot more consistent and a lot more rewarding in my opinion. So I'd at least have found a PvE activity that's pretty decent for the Drake. Maybe next time I'll go with a bit more PvP fit variant of the Drake, just because it doesn't seem really necessary for us to have this much DPS with how infrequently the stuff spawns in the belts. Yo guys, I actually just warped to this asteroid belt because I wanted to take a screenshot of my Drake for the thumbnail, but I happened to just find another clone soldier here. This is really amazing. It's so nice just to find one just like that. It's completely randomly. Okay, so I guess the video is actually gonna end right now. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.